So, Zach, how have you changed from your experience as a collaborative artist working with the directors?
Working with the directors?
Or the directing class, yeah.
How have I changed?
Have you changed at all? Did you learn something? Did you realize something from the process? And how does that change your approach as an actor to what you're doing?
My experience on one of my most recent shoots was a little I'm trying to find the words.
Which shoot was it?
The Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm. How'd you feel about playing a character like that? Because it was a real digression from what the original concept was.
Yeah, my mind's like, I'm trying to bring it back in. I didn't really know what the director wanted from me, because like I have a leak. I had a leak in my house, and I've been dealing with that for the past more than a week. It's been really busy, so like I didn't get a chance to make it to the rehearsal.
Yeah.
So I show up, and they're just like, yeah, so we changed the slime to cocaine. Here's your fur coat. Here's your fur coat. Like, let's go in. And I just had to roll with that. But when the director was, I would do a reading, and the director would just, be silent, like behind the camera. It's just, he gave me one thing, and that was like, really like explore the space of the chair more, like move around in your chair. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do with that.
So like
Yeah.
So I guess it just emphasizes the communication aspect. Like it's hard to build a character quickly, like when you just arrive there.
Mm-hmm.
With no rehearsal, and it's hard to try and add to that when you don't know what they want from you.
So you had to just basically create the character on the basis of that fur coat. Yeah? Okay.
You have to draw from the situation.
Yeah, that's true. Eileen, how about for you?
Yeah, I think I know which director you're talking about. I kind of liked it because that particular director gave us the freedom to do whatever we felt like doing, except once in a while he would say one thing, which made sense, but I kind of prefer a director who doesn't talk too much, because I've experienced in my other shoot, this one director was talking too much, and when they do that, we get confused. Mm-hmm. And we really don't know what they want when they say something, let's say, over and over and over again, and it's not easy to follow them. Mm-hmm. But I kind of prefer to be my own person and try to create the character myself, rather than the director telling me word by word exactly what he wants.
So how have you changed from the process? I mean, how do you think, outside of communication and or understanding what you prefer in terms of a method of being directed, is there anything else that you've come out of this experience with, any newfound knowledge or? Because we've talked about the challenges. Do you feel your preparation is the most important thing? Because then you can sort of adapt? I don't know. How about, what was a highlight? Change the question. Any highlight from the whole semester?
I liked the very last scene I did. The Ghostbusters. The one that I did after the cocaine shoot. Because it was the last, like it was the last scene, and it was like the sun had gone down, and we were really relaxed throughout the whole shoot.
Well, you seemed to have fun in that scene, I thought. Everyone seemed to have fun. Yeah. Eileen, how about for you?
I was thinking, you know how we need to be prepared 100% before going in? The directors need to be prepared as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, and the challenge for me, and going back to the challenge question, I'm sorry, I was working with this one director who I could not understand a word that director was saying, and I don't have a problem with languages, because you know I can understand over 5 languages, but I could not understand, and yet I tried to do my own thing. But when I saw the final today on the screen, it looked pretty good. So in other words, even though I wasn't understanding her, I kind of picked up from her body language. I think that person did pretty good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Pretty good probably at capturing the moments that you
Yeah.
had, because that's something, you know, that the director and editor do their hardest work on, actually.
so. In other words, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
trying to say.
That's
you know?
true. Zach, what do you think your niche is? Or is there one?
What do you think my niche is?
I don't know. You surprised me, because I've been surprised by a lot of the performances that you've done. I
Yeah.
mean, I was very moved by the monologue, and then, you know, the Ghostbusters was very funny, but there was a poignancy also in La La Land, and your fantastical character in Mystic Travelers is a whole other thing.
I think
So.
you could be a versatile chameleon for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I can't really, I can't think of a niche I would fall into.
What do you enjoy most, though? If someone said, you know, we're going to hire you tomorrow to play a character in some story, what would be the one that you think you could have fun and sink your teeth into? And they'd be paying you.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of have fun doing everything, really.
Oh, that's
Like-
good.
But I think it's funny how you say I have like a range, because I don't see that when I'm watching me, because I'm very aware of what I can do, and I know I'm not showing that.
What does that mean?
Like you didn't ask specifically like what were the challenges.
Well, you guys sort of addressed the challenges on the first question. That's why I didn't intend to skip it. Then what's the foremost challenge?
I don't really open up at all, like to people. And I feel like, or I'm very aware of that, like the more I know people, the easier it is to open up and actually, you know, say what I want to say or act how I actually feel.